Well, this is in regards to Bloody Disgusting's relationship with Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes. It seems fitting that the Sunday after a Friday the 13th, and 2 days after the tragic passing of journalistic hero Tim Russert, that I'm giving my first editorial remark. Bloody Disgusting is one of the most well-known and popular brands in horror. Rob Zombie himself has said it's the first place he visits when he logs online, and where he goes to get his horror news. Early on, Bloody Disgusting struck a chord with horror fans. It was freedom of the press in its truest form. The website made a name for itself by separating its brand from others, calling out for Fangoria for giving better reviews for films that advertised in their magazine. Bloody Disgusting, in the way it grew, was probably the best blueprint in which a horror website should grow. Well, that is until recently. Mark Twain once wrote that only kings, presidents, editors, and people with tapeworms have the right to use the editorial we. The tapeworm joke aside, these are all people with power and responsibility to the people that they represent. With horror fans being the most exploited moviegoer out there, it's a shame that Mr. Disgusting isn't taking his job more seriously. Fu wrote an excellent article on HorrorMovieFans.com news blog back in May, pointing out many of the deceitful tactics used by Mr. Disgusting and the Bloody Disgusting website. For those whose eyebrows were raised after reading Mr. Disgusting words on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, being one of the most terrifying new horror films ever made, then much of the smoke cleared back in early May of this year. Things started to make a whole lot of sense when it was announced that Bloody Disgusting would be hosting a website for Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes production company. This explained Bloody Disgusting's multiple fluff pieces on the new Friday the 13th remake, which, of course, you guessed it, is being released by Platinum Dunes. On May 25th, we got the exclusive set visit to the Friday the 13th remake. Mr. Disgusting commented in the article that literally the second the camera pulled up by Jason, it hit me like a rock. This was going to be awesome. A lot of glee from a man who himself has said, let's be honest, the only truly good Friday film is the sixth one. There have been numerous non-news articles detailing what Mr. Disgusting has seen but can't tell us, and him asking readers to trust them. The Friday remake looks very good. A news organization in bed with a film production company is clearly a journalistic violation. It also allows one to comprehend all the recent good press the upcoming film has gotten from articles that tell us virtually nothing. Essentially, irresponsible journalism in its purest form, though it gets worse. In 2006, Mr. Disgusting's quote was used in a TV spot for Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, calling it one of the most terrifying new horror films ever made. Sure, maybe he liked it more than most of us. I mean, even in the same TV spot, Brad Miska was quoted calling it a grisly new masterpiece. There's only one problem. Mr. Disgusting is Brad Miska, and Michael Bay's Platinum Dunes used both quotes from Mr. Disgusting under different names in a deceitful manner. It is the "you scratch my back while I scratch yours" mentality and corporate chilling that many of us had long suspected from Bloody Disgusting. In talking with many of the people at Bloody Disgusting forums, the excuse seems to be clear. It's not cheap to run a website, and bills have to be paid. Bills have to be paid. One then has to question where the money comes from. Let's be clear. The money coming out of Michael Bay's pocket and into Mr. Disgusting's pocket is ours, the horror fans. The hype, the excitement, and the attention created by these fake news articles on the Friday remake is all to get our butts in the seats. It is to get us excited about the film and throw our money at Platinum Dunes. Mr. Disgusting isn't just taking Michael Bay's money or even Platinum Dunes, but ours, the horror fans. Bloody Disgusting has a responsibility like any other news organization, and like any other news organization, it affects many people's thoughts, perceptions, and actions, sometimes without us even realizing it. When Mark Twain said kings, presidents, and editors all have the privilege of editorializing, he expected confidence, a sense of responsibility, and for these people to be held accountable. It is time to hold Mr. Disgusting and Bloody Disgusting accountable, not just for manufacturing excitement for the Friday remake, but for all the corporate chilling and that has obviously been going on for at least a couple years now. I guess even then, like the people on Bloody Disgusting forum defending Mr. Disgusting said, bills had to be paid. Mr. Disgusting, sir, I'm now speaking directly to you. It might be time to just finish the job and call your site Bloody Dunes. Or perhaps Platinum Disgusting will be more catchy. Undoubtedly, you will try to defend yourself and point out that you hosted a site for After Dark films in 2007 and never gave them the best reviews. Sorry, sir, but with the quality of those films, an apple to oranges comparison, you are never going to get away with that. There is no comparing the After Dark films to the Friday remake. Friday the 13th is a much bigger investment, a much bigger franchise that certainly has to be successful enough to spawn more sequels and keep the brand name hot. You, sir, are ensuring that in a dishonest way, but bills have to be paid. I was saying shame on you, Mr. Disgusting, back in May when the news of the Platinum Dunes hosted site broke. But only now, after a tragic passing of a talented interviewer and the ever-objective Tim Russert, have my eyes fully opened to the journalistic shame you have become. I know politics and horror news aren't the same. However, your ethics shouldn't be any different. Tim Russert was respected for his objectivity, his ability to ask the tough questions, and his ability to stick up for the little guy and hold the big guy accountable. Not to take the big guy's money and screw over the small guy. Only I hope this will encourage you to turn on a Tim Russert news report and see how things should be done. I only hope now that Mark Twain's quote will make you realize, sir, your responsibility as a journalist. I only hope that my words will translate into you caring about us, the horror fans again, rather than the bills that have to be paid. You should know better, sir. You once were the little guy that felt fooled and betrayed by Fangoria magazine. You pointed out the inaccuracies and voiced your discontent. You should know money is no excuse to manufacture news. Money is no excuse to misinform your readers. And money is no excuse to softball those in the industry. Plain and simple, you should know better. Wasn't that the ultimate goal of Bloody Disgusting's launch in 2002? Does that not make you no different than what you claim Fangoria to be? And once again, we must highlight the bills have to be paid comment. Never again should you be allowed to criticize Fangoria magazine. Never again will we, the true horror fans, sit idly by and watch you manufacture hype for a film, Mr. Disgusting. Some have suggested you sold out. No, you sold us out. I hope Michael Bay pays well, sir, because you just sold your integrity. For HorrorMovieFans.com radio, and in the words of the great broadcaster, Edward R. Murrow, good night and good luck.